Question's fine.
Second row center.
Coach, can you describe the emotions of those 4 overtimes and sort of how much it wavered throughout those 4 overtime sessions?
Yeah, it's lots of highs and lows. And when you play a 4 overtime game and you come up just short, you're disappointed. That game is a instant classic. Couldn't have been proud of our guys for the fight, staying with it. Nikola Jokic played 65 minutes tonight. That's unheard of. That's ridiculous. I can't do that to him. That's too many minutes. But we fought. That's all you can ask for. Too many second chance points, too many turnovers. That was a difference in the game. But, that was a hell of a basketball game by 2 very good basketball teams.
Front row, identify yourself, please.
Harrison Wynn, BSN Denver. Coach, I think Nikola had 6 points or so early in the third quarter. You guys had a timeout. Wondering if you delivered a message to him there because he came out super aggressive, hit a couple field goals right after that, and then just kind of your impression of how he was able to, put away all the exhaustion that he was probably experiencing in the overtime periods late.
Yeah, there was one timeout. I'm not sure when it was, Harrison. I said, listen, we got to get this big fella going. We got to start getting him the ball. I don't care if they're double teaming him or not. Let's get him the ball, let him make plays, let him be aggressive and score. And he was able to do so. We had our chances. We played great defense once again, another hell of a defensive effort. But big kick out 3 to Rodney Hood. Rodney Hood had a huge impact in the game. They went to him. He went right at Jamal Murray. He scored time, I think 2 times in a row. Played good defense. They kick it out. He gets a 3-point shot. But Nikola, just even going into the 3rd or 4th overtime, I just said to him, you're not tired. You're not tired. And he was phenomenal. I've never been a part of a game like this. 4 overtimes that really both teams deserve to win. You feel bad there's a loser, but that's the way it goes. We came up just short. We have to learn from it. And there's a quick turnaround. Plays Sunday afternoon, so we'll try to get as much rest as we can.
Third row center.
Joe Fisher, 1080 The Fan. You just mentioned the quick turnaround. What do you have to do to rest these guys with these unheard of minutes that they play tonight? I mean, you really have a really quick turnaround. So what do you have to do?
They have the same turnaround. Those guys played a lot of minutes as well. Cantor played 56, McCollum 60. We're talking about a playoff game. Guys just played 60 minutes. That's crazy. So, yeah, you give them rest. You let them sleep in. You get them treatment, rehab, recovery. And, you try to learn from the loss and get ready to battle. Both teams are exhausted, so it's the same for them as it is for us. So we will not use that as an excuse. We haven't used it all year long, and we won't start using it now.
Front row center.
Michael Ohm, Young's ESPN. As you're coaching this game, do you even allow yourself, I know you're locked in, it's a playoff game, but do you even look at your coaching staff and just be like, what is going on here? This game is just not ending at all.
Yeah, there were a couple of those moments. There were a couple of moments where I thought we, had the game. Obviously the big turnover on the sideline, Jamal, with C.J. McCollum knocking the ball away. We got a couple of stops, but they get kick-out threes. But to your point, it was almost like, when is this game going to end? It kept on going and going and going. And I think it speaks to, their group, our group, competitors, fighters, and leaving it all out on the floor. If I was at home watching this game tonight, I'd have been glued to my TV. This was a great basketball game. Wasn't pretty at all times, but the effort, the competitive spirit from both groups was outstanding. So hats off to Portland. Great win for them. And now we have to try to get one on Sunday afternoon.
Back row center.
Mike, Dwight Jaynes, NBC Sports Northwest. You look back at the game, do you have a regret or two on something that you could have done or would have done? I know you had a 4-point lead. You mentioned the turnover on the sideline there, but you gave up back-to-back layups to Lillard in that situation to tie the game.
Yeah, I have no regrets. No, we left everything. I left everything out on that floor. And so, we'll watch film and try to see what we can do better. But as far as regrets go, I have 0.
Second row.
Mike Singer, Denver Post. You rode with Will throughout the 4 overtime sessions. What did you see from him? I think he had a couple clutch 3-pointers, some big defensive stops. What did you see from him in the performance tonight?
Will has played well defensively. He's rebounded, but tonight was, I think, the first game in the playoffs where he was really had an impact on the offensive end of the floor. To your point, he went out there off the bench. 8 of 18 from the field, 3 of 7 from 3, 9 rebounds, 22 points. And, he's played against these guys. He's played in this building. And I thought he gave us a good lift offensively and defensively and on the glass. So it was great to see. I'm happy for Will. Obviously, I would have been happier if we were able to pull out the win, but we're going to need everybody. I mean, obviously guys are tired and going to be really drained with the limits that we're pushing them to. But, Game 4, the playoffs on the road, backs against the wall. Let's leave it all out there.
Last question, second row.
Hey, Coach. Christian Clark, BSN Denver. With Nikola, just what was kind of your internal struggle like? I mean, keeping him out there, even though he's gassed, but anytime you do take him off the floor, their lead got a little bit bigger or your lead went down.
Well, I think you just said it. Nikola Jokic is our best player, and we are at our best when he's on the floor making plays for himself and for his teammates. When I rode him that fourth quarter, I had no idea it was going to go into 4 more overtimes. And then, so as we're going along, I'm saying, wow, how are we going to get through this one? And so I apologized to him in the locker room. I said, listen, and he doesn't complain. He said, you don't have to apologize. But, I mean, I've never seen that. 64-58. That's a real number. That is a real number. So, but he was fantastic. 33 points, 18 rebounds, 14 assists. The guy was incredible. And I was just hoping that, we could win the game and I could finally get him home and get him some rest. But, it just didn't go our way. And not from a lack of effort. And that's the break sometimes, and we'll be better off for it. This was a great experience for our young guys. Like, so many teaching moments for Jamal Murray. The turnovers, that kind of stuff. And the best time to teach is after a tough loss. So many teachable moments, and that's what we're going to use this for. And I know on Sunday afternoon we'll leave it all out there again.
Thank you, Coach.
Appreciate everybody.